Hi, my name is Lauren Short. I am the marketing director for FFR Trading. Today I'm here with Luca Facchini. We are here to discuss his background and how he works with FFR. Luca, welcome.
Hi, Lauren. Thank you for having me. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for being here. We really
Yeah.
appreciate your time. So let's just jump into it. Can you tell me a bit about your background and how you first learned about the trading world?
Yeah. So my background is I've been working on the financial market for almost 30 years now, and my interest started really with when I was at university. My dad was trading stocks a little bit, and so I started to get interested in that, and I have been kind of passionate about the market since then, especially the commodity side is what I like the most. I studied agricultural science in school, and so the futures and options were part of the hedging strategies for the financial markets. And so, yeah, everything started pretty much at the university level, and then I developed in a career in the financial markets. Yeah.
That's
And
great. It's
yeah,
good to have like an early interest of it and to carry it on into the future.
yeah.
Uh, so I guess how long would you say that you have been investing and trading?
I mean, I want to say personally over 30 years, professionally 25 years. So I've been a long time um, in the market with. I was a CTA and a broker for more than 15 years in the United States. So I had a first-time experience on a lot of things that goes behind the scene, see the reality of trading from a professional and see the customers, the clients that don't know what they're doing really. And so it was an interesting part of my business development and professional development. Try not to imitate what the majority of the people do. And so try to learn from mistakes from other people. Yeah. Yeah.
That's always the best way to learn, I feel like. Don't need
Yep.
to experience it yourself.
Yeah, unfortunately, is a very difficult and competitive arena, the financial market, and is very easy to lose money if you are not careful, and especially when there's a lot of volatility. And I feel that the majority of the public um, is not aware of this. They think that is easy, and is not. So it's difficult for professional to make a good return. So I think it's very, very, very difficult for normal everyday Joe to jump in the market and start to trade and make money.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I guess to kind of play up on that, what do you feel are your greatest strengths and best niches in trading?
Yeah, so niches for definitely been working on the commodity side of the market for a long time, and so I always like the futures market and options, and I always felt that it was easier to follow the commodities markets compared to the stock market because there are too many stocks, and you never know which one is going to move. Where I prefer just to follow 10, 20, or maybe 30 futures. So it's a small universe of markets to follow. And I feel the volatility is there. And also the leverage is there compared to stocks. So you can always use, the margin is, of course, is a double-edged sword, but you can use a lot of leverage where on stocks, you cannot unless you're a professional trader or you have at least $25,000 in the account. But then still the problem is that you need to know which stocks are going to move that day. And that's not easy to scan thousands of stocks every day. I wasn't ever able to find a methodical way to find stocks that move every day. And so that's why my niche and my strength, I think, is in the commodities. I've been doing this for, again, 25 years, and I think that is my strength. Yeah, I say futures and commodities. I mean, also the forex market, the currencies, is part of their universe, but is limited. Is not too big. Yeah.
I think that's great. Well, so I guess kind of with that, what are challenges that you have faced in the financial markets that have made you a better strategist?
Um, so losses for sure is something that early losses when you think that you know what you're doing and you're definitely not. You just took a few courses and read a couple of books and then you jump in the market. And so I can recall like a few times where I decided to have like a mental stop loss and it just got destroyed in the market because when you start to lose money, your brain freezes and you don't know what you're doing anymore. So I learn from that lessons that you need to have a stop loss in the market all the time. It has to be not a mental but a physical stop loss in the exchange or in your machine, and be very disciplined. I think that's the main thing that everybody's lacking is the discipline, and so that comes with experience. You cannot just learn one day to the next. You have to kind of crash a couple of times before you know what you're doing, and so I think early lessons that make me be more, I say, systematic in my trading and investing. I don't like to do anything that is just because I heard the news on CNBC or because I read an article. I need to know what that particular strategy did in the last at least 5 years or 10 years or 20 years. And when I have some numbers in front of me, then I can decide if it's something that makes sense for me to trade or invest or not. Yeah.
That makes sense because you're going off of more history rather than an impulsive decision or
Right.
trend or something.
Yeah, because the market are meant to kind of trick you, and so if you just jump with the latest trend, by the time you jump in, it's already old news for Wall Street, and it's easy that you're going to, to be the last one to jump on the train. And so I want to make sure that there is a robust statistical idea behind whatever we do. And not just because somebody's saying, hey, it's a good time to buy Bitcoin or it's a good time to buy with this strategy, I don't know, Apple or whatever it is, the latest stock or market. It could be the cryptos, it could be Forex, it could be, oh, it's time to buy gold or sell oil. But yeah, why? If you don't know why you did that in the past, what was the performance? I mean, there is no guarantee in the market, right? So yeah, nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow, but at least you can go. The only thing we have is what the performance was in the past based on some rules. But if you don't have any rule, you don't know where your stop is. You don't know when you take the profits. You don't know when to enter, when to exit. Then it's just gambling. And so that is, I think, my my strength. Try to, and I tell everybody, my clients, try to be very, very disciplined and always have a stop loss and a plan. You need to have a trading plan.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're very confident and obviously like what your knowledge with this, which I think obviously helps you succeed with all this too. So,
right.
Yeah. Well, so what is your motivation for success in the financial markets?
I think the thing I like the most about the financial markets is every year, at least every year, but usually every few months, there is some news, and so it's always a new challenge. Actually, even daily sometime, and so you have to be on your toes all the time, ready to find out a way to get a positive return possibly, and it's a continual challenge. So I am very competitive in nature, playing sport all my life, and so I like to try to find a way to beat the market, if you want to call it that way. So it's not a boring job for sure. No. So that's the motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being competitive is great. So you're always striving for the best. So
Right. Yeah. Sometimes you succeed, sometimes you don't, but at least you try your best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, so outside of this, what do you like to do for fun?
Well, like I was saying, I'm very active. I still play a lot of soccer, competitive soccer, and also I love tennis. So my daughter, she is a pretty good player, and so I was a decent player back then, and so I'm kind of training with her. And I just finished my tennis license certification as a coach, and so I enjoy just going to the tennis court and play or play soccer. So that I like sport in general. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on your certification.
Oh, thank
That's
you.
pretty big. Yeah.
Mhm.
I guess you kind of mentioned it, but are there any other projects that you're working on outside of the stock market?
Well, yeah, carry on with more certification on tennis. I wanted to get better on that, more on the maybe physical uh, strengthening and agility stuff that I see that is lacking in tennis. And that's pretty much the main project I'm working on right now, just to keep my mind away from the screens and all the crazy stuff that goes on in the market, that when I'm on a soccer field, on a tennis court, then I just kind of turn off the stress of the market. And so that's my project for the next I don't know, few months or few years, I don't know, but yeah.
I love that. Movement is very good for you and keeps your mind healthy, helps you release stress. So that's a really
Right.
great balance with everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to find balance, exactly. And
Yeah.
yeah, and I learned that, the older you get, and less time you want to spend in front of the screen. It's like, when you're young, it's different, but you want to be
Yeah.
smart. You want to be smart.
You got to protect your eyes. So,
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
well, why should people feel confident working with you?
Well, I believe that, for the reason that I explained before, I think I have a decent amount of experience in the market, and I've been working in different arenas and different markets, and everything I do is being over tested, and I believe the best I can, using the best software and statistical analysis possible. Again, there is no guarantee in anything, but at least you know that if I put out some kind of program, is being built professionally, and is robust, and so there is some meaning behind, compared to just say I'm going to buy, I don't know, Apple tomorrow because I saw a news, or I'm going to buy a call or a put just out of something that I ordered at the bank yesterday or something like that. So I'm trying to to show to the clients always some numbers and some performance reports that show why we should invest in that particular market or in that particular system or program. That I think that is the best answer I can give you. Yeah, that's part pretty much of what I say to everybody. Try to be very methodical and mechanical in whatever you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess kind of with that, what is the best piece of advice that you would offer to anyone who's wanting to invest and trade in the markets?
Yeah, so I would make differentiate two things. Like, so investing is more like in the long term, right? So I have a 401k and I'm thinking to build something for my retirement. So investing in something that should be a little less risky, actually much less risky than trading. So trading is something maybe you want to dedicate 10-20% of your portfolio, or even more. It depends if you're young, and try to get some incredible results if you want some um, some results that are not correlated also with investing. So the idea is that the trading is something that possibly in futures has nothing to do with whatever's going on in the stock market. And I see that on whatever I do. I'm always trying to find a non-correlated market with the stock market. So let's say the stock market is going down. Like a few years ago, we did very well during the COVID crash, like the year where the market was going really, really bad. The future systems, the commodities did well. So try to find something that is not correlated on trading. So investing, again, is for the long run, and try again to be methodical also on that. But for the trading side, I would suggest, again, not to use any mental stops, and try to really be actually, one of the things I want to mention is that the idea is to talking with FFR is to create a course for trading, and that I think that with all the things that I learned during the years, for beginner traders, but also for intermediate and maybe even advanced traders. During the years, I went through, I think, any kind of trading strategies. I'm still, keep current on everything. And so I believe that I kind of know what works or what doesn't, especially for day trading. And so the idea is to propose to the clients If somebody wants to learn how to trade, especially day trading or swing trading, giving them the best foundation where they can build out of that. And so it would be, study first of all, some good material hopefully, and then do some simulation. Don't jump immediately inside the market. Be patient. If you cannot make money on simulation, then there's no way you can make money on the real market. Then when it's time to go on the real market, be very conservative. Like now we are lucky that we have the micro futures contracts. So they're like 1/10 of the of the minis, for example. So start with those one and try to make money consistently with the micro. And then when you see that your strategy and your mind especially is in sync with the market, then you can start to add micros or even jump on the big contracts. But too many times I saw people just jumping. Oh, I know how to do it. I just jump on the big futures contract, and sure enough, they destroy 50% of their account in a few weeks or a few days. And so, don't do that. Just be very, very smart with your money, especially because we don't know what's going on with the economy too in the next few years. So.
Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really great advice. And I agree. Like, make sure that you know how to make money before you start actually throwing your money into that. So practice.
Yeah, because, I develop systems, hundreds of thousands of systems. And there are many systems that you see that they look very, very good for the last 6 months to 1 year. I think if you're trying to do that manually, and so I found some kind of a gold mine here. This is crazy. I'm making money for the last 6 months, but then you go back 2-3 years and you see that the same strategy, because the market is constantly changing. Everything is changing, and so the same strategy is not making money. And so you have to adapt yourself. You have to create a new strategy or modify the strategy, and there's a lot of work to do behind the scene. So. Be very careful when you think you find an edge in the market, because edges in the market, especially the market is moving so fast right now that 80% is all algorithmic. The edge goes away like that. So it's a constant battle to find a way to, on the trading side. On investing is different, because you can just say I'm going to be invested for the next 5 years or 10 years. So you can go up and down. It could be a bear market. Hopefully the market will go up again. But if you're trading, is a different story. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, Luca, thank you so much for taking time to do this interview and to share all this wonderful information. Is there anything else that you wanted to add as we wrap up?
No, really. Just like I say, be careful out there and stay healthy. And that's it. Hopefully I'll see you soon.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again. Really appreciate working with you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You too. You too. Bye-bye. Thank you, everybody. Thanks. Bye.